So I got asked point blank, if you took those Pistons back-to-back titles against the Rockets back-to-back, who wins and does it go 7 games? It depends on who dominates. Now, if I get the Pistons at their best, I think they win. But if I get the Rockets able to shoot well with the perimeter, especially if I got Vernon Maxwell, Kenny Jett, Sam Cassell, and Mario Elliott, I can rotate and bring Robert Ory. But you got to go against Isaiah, Microwave, Joe Dumars. Do I keep Adrian Dantley? Do I have Mark Aguirre? That's a big question. The size in the box is going to be very telling. Lambeer, Rick Mahorn, and if I kept Mahorn, if I got James Edwards, and of course Dennis Rodman, who's the wild card. That's an interesting matchup inside, and of course with Elijah on the other side. So it depends on what strategy. Does Rudy T overcome what Chuck Daly's throwing around? That is an interesting mix. So if you ask me hypothetically who do I think was the better of the better, I'm going to break it down like this. Isaiah Thomas is a top 5 point guard. Olajuwon to me is just outside the top 5 centers, but they almost cancel each other out. So let's just say they cancel each other out. Then I got to get into different matchups. Whose bench impressed me the most? Who brought it night and day? This is a draw, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the Pistons, even though they got a lot of firepower and balance with their bench, the Rockets bench is what brought them back a lot. The unsung heroes. The little things that they did, that's part of the Robert Ory legacy. So that is pretty close in totality. That's pretty close. So that defense, I'm going with the Pistons. I think that their defense was better. I think that they adapted to whoever they had to adapt to, and anybody that was gonna, when you can hang with the Lakers, the Rockets didn't have that kind of didn't have the kind of firepower that the Lakers did. Kareem, Magic, Worthy, Byron, no. So I gotta say, the Pistons could defend well on that. So I got to say that. I got to say on defense. 3-point shooting in range, I got to give it to the Rockets. I think they were a catalyst to a lot of what you see. I think the Pistons guard play and style was a catalyst, but I think with the Rockets were able to shoot the long ball. Rudy T definitely put an emphasis, and they definitely were able to do that. So I think that that's that. X Factor script players, that's why a guy like Rodman was so huge. And if you had to have a series and then you could have him at his best and what the Rockets had, I got to think that he'd be enough to nudge. I definitely think there was enough to